Across the world, buried in deserts, oceans, jungles, and forgotten temples, lie discoveries that defy explanation. A machine that works like a computer, built 2,000 years before its time, a city carved into solid rock with no record of its builders, maps showing lands no one was supposed to know existed, and artifacts that look like they came from an engine workshop, yet are found inside rock 500,000 years old. Some of these mysteries are dismissed as hoaxes, others are studied, tested, debated, and still the answers slip through our fingers, but all of them share one thing: they shouldn't exist, and yet they do. Tonight we'll travel across continents and through centuries to uncover 10 of the most mysterious findings in the world. By the end, you'll have to decide: are these relics evidence of advanced civilizations lost to history, signs of alien contact, or proof that the story of humanity is far stranger than we dare imagine? In 1901, sponge divers exploring a Roman shipwreck near the Greek island of Antikythera pulled up statues, amphorae, and fragments of bronze. Among the finds was what looked like a corroded lump of metal, no bigger than a shoebox. But inside that corroded shell was something extraordinary. Scientists discovered dozens of tiny, precisely cut gears, layered and interconnected with astonishing accuracy. It was named the Antikythera mechanism, a device over 2,000 years old, often called the world's first computer. It could track planetary movements, predict eclipses, and calculate the timing of the Olympic Games. Here's the problem: nothing like this should have existed in 100 BC. The level of engineering was so advanced that after its creation, humanity would not see comparable mechanisms for over 1,500 years. Even the brilliant minds of the Renaissance lacked such technology. Who designed this machine? Was it the work of a forgotten genius, centuries ahead of his time? Or is it evidence of lost knowledge passed down from a civilization we no longer remember? The Antikythera mechanism forces us to ask: if the ancient Greeks could build computers of bronze and gears, what else might they have achieved? And why was it forgotten? In the hills of southeastern Turkey lies a site that shouldn't exist. Discovered in the 1990s, Göbekli Tepe is a massive temple complex dating back 12,000 years, long before the rise of cities, agriculture, or written language. The site is filled with enormous T-shaped pillars, some weighing up to 20 tons, arranged in circles. The stones are decorated with carvings of foxes, vultures, snakes and symbols whose meanings remain a mystery. Here's the contradiction. At that time, humanity was supposed to be nothing more than nomadic hunter-gatherers. According to history books, they lacked the tools, organization and engineering skills to build monuments of this scale. And yet Göbekli Tepe exists, as if someone handed prehistoric humans the blueprint to civilization itself. Even more puzzling, the entire site was deliberately buried around 8,000 BC. Who buried Göbekli Tepe, and why? To protect it? To hide it? Or perhaps to mark the end of an age we've long forgotten? Some believe it proves that advanced civilizations existed thousands of years earlier than we thought. Others go further, suggesting visitors from beyond Earth may have left their mark. Whatever the truth, Göbekli Tepe stands as a silent challenge to everything we thought we knew about human history. In 1961, 3 friends near Olancha, California, cracked open what they thought was a simple geode. But instead of sparkling crystals, they found metal. Inside the stone was a cylinder, encased in ceramic, with a metal rod running through its center. It looked exactly like a spark plug, but the rock it was found in was estimated to be over 500,000 years old. Named the Koso artifact, it immediately sparked controversy. Could advanced technology have existed hundreds of thousands of years ago? Was this evidence of a lost civilization? Or perhaps proof of something even stranger, a visitor from beyond our planet? Skeptics insist it was nothing more than a modern spark plug that became encased in hardened material. But supporters argue that its structure didn't match any known model at the time, and no one has ever provided a definitive explanation. Even more suspicious, the artifact itself has since vanished. It cannot be found in any collection today. Was it quietly dismissed as a hoax, or deliberately hidden away because it was too dangerous for the world to know? The Koso artifact remains one of the most bizarre mysteries ever unearthed in the United States. In the 1930s, Archaeologists near Baghdad discovered clay jars unlike anything they had seen before. Each contained a copper cylinder and an iron rod. At first they thought it was just ancient pottery, but when modern scientists reconstructed them, they discovered something shocking. When the jars were filled with vinegar or grape juice, they produced an electrical current. This became known as the Baghdad battery, a 2,000-year-old device that seems to generate electricity long before electricity was officially discovered. But here's the question: what was it used for? Some suggest it may have powered electroplating, coating objects with thin layers of precious metal. Others believe it could have been used for medical experiments, a primitive form of electrotherapy. And then there are those who argue it was far more advanced, possibly used for communication or even contact with beings not of this earth. Skeptics claim the Baghdad battery was never a battery at all, just a simple jar. But the fact remains, when reconstructed, it produces electricity. And if the ancients did harness electrical power, what else might they have known that we've forgotten? In 1513, an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis created a world map using sources he claimed came from ancient times. When historians rediscovered it centuries later, they found something astonishing. The map not only showed Europe, Africa and South America with surprising accuracy for the time, it also seemed to depict Antarctica. But Antarctica was not officially discovered until 1820, over 300 years later. Even stranger, on the Piri Reis map, Antarctica appears without ice. Modern studies suggest the last time Antarctica was ice-free was thousands of years ago. How could a 16th century admiral have access to information no one was supposed to know? Did he copy from maps created by an unknown ancient civilization? Skeptics dismiss it as coincidence or creative guesswork, but the details, coastlines, rivers, mountain ranges, seem too precise to be luck. If the Piri Reis map is real evidence of lost knowledge, it suggests that someone, thousands of years before us, explored the entire globe and left traces that slipped into history. In 1992, farmers in Zhejiang, China, drained a pond expecting to find nothing more than mud and stone. Instead, they discovered an entrance to an enormous hand-carved cavern. Soon, 23 more were uncovered, vast underground halls carved directly into solid rock, with perfectly smooth walls, giant pillars, and strange parallel chisel marks covering every surface. These are the Longyu caves, each the size of a cathedral. To create them, millions of cubic feet of stone would have had to be removed. Yet there is no historical record of their construction, no tools left behind, no mention in any ancient texts. Who built them and why? Some suggest they were storage chambers, others say temples or even hiding places, but the sheer scale and precision of the caves defy simple explanation. Even today, engineers struggle to understand how the builders achieved such symmetry without modern equipment. The Longyu Caves remain one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of China, silent, empty halls carved by unknown hands, waiting for answers that may never come. In 1974, near the banks of the Mureș River in Romania, workers uncovered the bones of a mastodon, an extinct prehistoric animal. But alongside the bones lay something that should not have been there, a wedge-shaped object made of metal. Tests revealed it was composed mostly of aluminum, a material not commonly produced until the 19th century. Yet this artifact appeared to be thousands of years old. Even stranger, its shape resembled something mechanical. Some claimed it looked like part of an aircraft landing gear or an engine component. Skeptics dismiss it as a piece of modern machinery accidentally buried in ancient layers, but the artifact's mysterious composition and the context of its discovery raise difficult questions. Was it evidence of an ancient advanced technology? Or could it be a fragment of something far more mysterious, a remnant of a machine not built by human hands? The aluminum wedge of AIUD remains locked in debate, an artifact that seems to sit uneasily between the ancient world and the modern one. In the heart of Delhi, India, stands a monument that has baffled scientists for centuries. It is not grand or ornate, but what makes it extraordinary is its defiance of time. The Iron Pillar of Delhi, built over 1,600 years ago, should have rusted away long ago. Instead, it stands tall, its surface smooth, its structure intact, resisting the relentless forces of nature. Modern metallurgists have studied it, searching for answers. They discovered that the pillar is made of almost pure iron, with a thin protective layer of crystalline iron hydrogen phosphate. But here's the mystery. Ancient blacksmiths weren't supposed to have this knowledge of metallurgy. Some suggest it was simply a stroke of luck, an accident of materials and weather. Others believe it was deliberate, proof of advanced technology lost to time. The iron pillar is not only a symbol of devotion, but also a silent riddle. How did ancient builders achieve what modern science only began to understand in the last century? Scattered across museums and private collections are a number of carved crystal skulls. Some say they are relics from ancient Mesoamerican civilizations. Others insist they are far more recent. What makes them mysterious is not only their origins, but their construction. Some are carved from solid quartz with such precision that experts say they should have been impossible to make without modern tools. The skulls are polished against the grain of the quartz, a process that would normally shatter the crystal. Legends say these skulls possess mystical powers, that they hold the secrets of the universe, or that when united, they can reveal the origins of humanity itself. Skeptics argue that most skulls were made in the 19th century, clever fakes meant to fool collectors. Yet even modern technology struggles to reproduce some of their details. Are the crystal skulls the work of ancient master craftsmen using techniques we've lost? Or are they simply artifacts of human imagination, given power by the myths surrounding them? Whatever the answer, they continue to fascinate, shimmering enigmas that blur the line between archaeology and legend. Perhaps the most controversial relic in the world is a simple piece of cloth. The Shroud of Turin is a linen sheet that bears the faint image of a man who appears to have been crucified. For millions, it is believed to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ. For centuries, the shroud has been studied, tested, and debated. Radiocarbon dating once suggested it was a medieval forgery. But other studies challenged those results, pointing to contamination or errors. No one has been able to fully explain how the image was created. The figure on the shroud is not painted. The image is burned into the surface of the cloth in a way that modern scientists cannot replicate. It is three-dimensional, encoded with details invisible to the naked eye. For believers, it is a divine miracle, proof of resurrection. For skeptics, it is an unsolved puzzle, a clever artifact shrouded in myth. The Shroud of Turin forces us to confront not only the mysteries of history, but also the mysteries of faith itself. From a computer of bronze gears found in a shipwreck, to a temple buried for thousands of years, to skulls of crystal and a cloth that may hold the face of Christ. These are the mysteries that defy explanation. Are they proof of civilizations lost to time? Evidence of alien visitors, or are they puzzles science simply has not solved yet? One thing is certain, the story of humanity is not finished. Every discovery raises new questions, and sometimes the past looks more advanced than the present. Which of these mysteries do you believe holds the greatest secret? Tell us in the comments below. And if you want to continue exploring the strange and unexplained, subscribe to the Mysteriousness channel, where the past, the unknown, and the impossible come to life.